Hello guys, Asma here. Just want to make a quick build update on the artillery ballista build. This is the build that I was decide on playing on this league. I will show the build that I already did play during the start of the settler league. So this is the main character that was inspired by that build, which is the Pathfinder version. The problem with this version is that this is one that I play in my league start, and I usually play in private league now in guild self-file environment, so the gear is not that good, but this is like my first reference point for what I want to do. And but long story short is that you need this anoint for artillery ballista to work in usual way, but this anoint is required that white spike cordial require that you have to press life flask, and yeah, you have to play like a metronome. I use lockout macro layout to show the life flask timer, but it is very annoying. But with this you get like 3,000 regen, 2,000 regen something, which doppelganger guys I can sit on. I can eventually sit on Uber Cortex regen, but yeah, degen, sorry. Yeah, but with life flask, with the type of time, you can like sustain the eternal life flask. So it's very tanky build, but the problem is that we're gonna, yeah, you either play with macro third party tools, or you have to play with the metronome, which is very annoying. So let's fast forward this. Fast forward did to the current event of the Legacy of Phrecia. So from this we got the node here, which is you don't, from with this node you don't need to use the anoint anymore. But and then in this ascendancy the defense is on Oath of Magi instead. So this is like the main core. And as usual when you are playing totem build, you want to go as fast as possible, especially on bow. So this is where Oath of Magi with no gem on boots come into play, so that I can have permanent 60% 60 movement speed instead. Yeah, that's just like the core idea for the build, and the defensive layer is solved by just using necrotic armor with ghost dance. So you got like pseudo life about like 5.5, but yeah, you still die in a lot of scenario. So next I will skip to my end of day 2, and I will go over some of my gear, and then about some specific part of the build that I would like to discuss. So this is my end of day 2 gear. First, as usual, my skill is filing 10 projectile, and then I calculate with 5 overlap. Many people say that it's like projectile divided by 2 or something like that. It's always depend on the boss size and a lot of stuff. So I'm doing 5 overlap with 8 of them. So first let's talk about 5. Usually you might just get only 3 overlap, so depends on like many contents you're doing. So this is my day 2. So first slot that would like to say is the globe slot, and at the end of day 2 I acquire forbidden flesh and forbidden flame for the pathfinder for the wither on hit. Before that I was using, well, the first that you can use is you can link your skill. You can have like gem on your body armor instead, and skip Oath of Magi. and then you can do something like lane of toxic lane of withering, and then you support it by something mana forge arrow, and then next is mirage arrow, mirage archer, sorry. And then you can do, if you want to go like very cost efficient, very cost heavy, you can do life tap, so that if this cost 0, mana force will trigger every time it shoot. So you can do something like this, and then you can apply wither with toxic grain. I did swap for the abhorrent interrogation because I want to try it, and yeah, it's fine. And the next is the balance of terror is your next, will be your next goal. If you are, this will be your next source of the wither on hit. If this one, if you cannot get the forbidden flesh and forbidden frame. Yeah, other than that, the gear is quite usual. You need +1 skill anywhere to get artillery ballista bump to 22 to get the +1 ballista to you have, and otherwise you will have only 7. You need +1 on amulet or awaken ele focus, which is like, which one of this is like 5. The rest of gear is just race. And the other thing that after you can get balance of terror, you can swap to something like glove with focus mod. Focus mod is really huge, increase attack and cast speed, while focus is like 100%, right? Because you double dip from view mask, and it can be used to for the burst window, which is really huge. In the end, I decide to swap from glove from after I get forbidden flesh and shoe. I was using focus glove, but in the end I decide to swap to Asenet instead. So lastly, I just want to talk a little bit on how would I push this build a little bit further if I playing more, but I'm not playing. If I'm playing more, which is I don't think I will play more though, because there's Monster Hunter coming up next week. First would be the first thing first is the Washer Eye for the Grace, which is chance to evade. This one is raw evade chance, so it will push really high. And then with the blind tattoo, that would, with the fast up, that would put me on 93. Without this, it would be 88, which is good enough if I can swap my body armor to a new one. This is like really high on priority list. Is the next is the body armor, which is like just slam some essence, and sorry, it was just crafting from the essence, I believe. Either it was essence or just spam random dense fossil. And if I can drop the whole movement speed, then suppression, then I can drop this whole side, and then can just come up from here instead, or can even just part up here, because this is quite value territory. The main problem is that when you have a bad weapon, the worst weapon you have, the less flat you have, the good uprising will be. But right now it's starting to get a little bit low. It's just 14% right now. So if I can just drop out of I can also drop out for something insane like strangle caps or dot multi. I'm pretty sure that with dot multi amulet you almost have like same result with how right now how insane my current bow is. Yeah, you can see that right now, since I have so many flat for my new bow, using something like our uprising is just like a little bit, almost a little bit worse compared to it's 22 here, right? And then but with the new one it's like also like almost the same. But with amulet, then normal amulet, then you can have a lot of stuff like reservation efficiency or something like reduce mana cost, so that you might be able to drop this side. Yeah, you definitely can drop this after you get reservation, and then here you can put light of meaning. Yeah, with right of meaning here you can get like 40% DPS, something stupid DPS increase here, and then you should be good to go instead of using force using our uprising. Next is just leveling all of that. I skip it, but yeah, leveling up all the awakened gem, because this build take a lot of good awakened gem. And right now we will sit around something like this, right? And then next would be could also swap this cluster into another cluster. Yeah, why I think it's really easy to solve damage. Like, you just get the better stuff. Solving defense on this build gonna be pain, really pain. You don't have endurance charge. Like, you can get it from small cluster jewel, but then like you still need the way to generate it by yourself. Or you cannot, but you can also use doppelganger guys, because of the you need necrotic armor. So I think that this build is not good for like pushing in game. You might better be looking for something like ephemeral edge, with like that can get huge benefit from Order Magi. But as like a budget boss killer, or budget for fun totem, quick, fast, high movement speed totem playstyle, I think it's really fun. It's really suit my playstyle. But yeah, there's like, even though it's seem fun and all, but the main problem is that you cannot solve the defense on this right now. So yeah, recommend if you want to try totem fast movement speed totem in the event, or in any time you are. Yeah, because remember that you can play this ascendancy in normal pathfinder if you can tolerate with clicking life flash or macroing life flash. And with pathfinder it's a lot easier to solve defense. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. See you guys later.